question we're asking tonight is, what is your opinion on the Second Amendment, the right to keep and bear arms?
I think it's a viable amendment to the Constitution. I think it pretty much backs up all the other amendments. I think it has to be taken in perspective, though, of when the Constitution was written.
Mm-hmm.
They had just started a government. They had just fought to free themselves of a tyrannical government.
Okay.
So that was the purpose of it. Some of the things that we hear nowadays, it's the right to hunt or it's the right to target shoot. It's not. It's the right to stand up against your government.
Okay.
Whether it be arms or, as has happened in the 60s and in my memory in the 1960s and things, the right to protest and stand up to your government that way. While it is about guns and the right to stand up to your government,
mm-hmm.
There's always that fear of violence. Unfortunately, violence, people think of guns, or maybe vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah.
But I think it comes down to the right of the people to stand up to their government and physically and at times forcibly change their government.
Okay.
And that's a very scary thought, to have to do it physically, or
mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, to have to do it violently.
Yeah.
But lately, doesn't seem like the votes and the voice of the people is very well heard.
Mm-hmm.
And if you look back in history, every tyrannical government took away the citizens' right to self-defense first.
Yeah.
After that, what can you do?
Yeah.
Somebody wants to take away your right to defend yourself, they want something from you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's a scary thought.
Our question tonight is, what is your opinion on the Second Amendment, the right to keep and bear arms?
I think Americans should have the right to keep and bear arms for self-protection, the protection of their family and their property.
Okay. So what would you say to lawmakers who would try to change or amend the Second Amendment?
I'd say, do you or your parents have a gun at home?
Okay. Do you think that would make them think about it a little bit?
I think it would. I think it would make them think about it. If their family or their relatives had ever had a reason to have to protect their family or home, they might think differently of it.
Okay. Are you from here in Virginia?
No, I'm from Montgomery, Alabama.
Okay. Do you own any, or does your family own any guns?
Yes.
Okay. For protection or for hunting, things like that?
Both.
Okay. All right. How about concealed carry? Do you have one of those, a permit?
No, don't have a permit for that.
What's your opinion on that? Do you think that it's a good thing?
I'm a little on the fence about that. I think in most venues it's not appropriate.
Okay. But someone who felt the need for personal protection, would you agree with that?
Yes.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for your time. What is your opinion on the Second Amendment, the right to keep and bear arms?
I think we should be able to keep them, to protect ourselves.
Okay.
But I think there should be gun control also, so that people don't, get out of control. AK-47s and things like that. I think that's a little extreme.
Okay. So you believe in the Second Amendment, but you think there should be some controls and restrictions?
Yes, it should be balanced. I don't think it should be extreme one way or the other. Let's get rid of it, eliminate the right to bear arms completely, or just go hog wild and stock up. I know people that have like 10,000 rounds of ammunition in their homes.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Okay.
I mean, I think it's crazy, but...
So you're more in favor of just kind of medium in the middle, not one extreme or the other?
Yeah, common sense, I think.
Okay.
I mean, in a perfect world, it would be nice if nobody had to have guns at all, but I don't think the world is safe enough yet for us to get rid of that right completely.
Yeah.
Not now.
But it's not a perfect world, so people have the right to protect themselves.
I think so, yeah.
We're asking, what is your opinion on the Second Amendment, the right to keep and bear arms?
I think it's essential. I think that you got to have it. And you look at what's happening in countries that don't have it, they're, what's the saying? They say you have subjects instead of citizens.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm all for it. I don't own a gun, but I have no objection to them. And if they decide they want to outlaw them, I'll go buy one before they do it.
Okay.
So,
Very good. So what would you say to lawmakers who would try to, pass a law or something to change the Second Amendment?
well, there's I like to say a lot of things to them, and a lot of things they're trying to change at this stage of the game. I think that the country's going in the wrong direction, totally, and that and I'm not comfortable that it'll ever can be reversed. That's what scares me.
Okay.
The only thing good about it is that I won't be around long enough to see how far it goes in the wrong direction.
Question we're asking today, what is your opinion on the Second Amendment, the right to keep and bear arms?
Ladies first.
Okay.
Ladies first. Well, I was born in Texas. I grew up hunting deer, eating venison, and I definitely want to keep my right to bear arms.
Okay.
I'm an NRA member. I live in Texas, and I believe that we have the right to bear arms.
We're trying to gauge what is your opinion on people who carry guns for personal protection. Do you feel that's right?
I think as long as they have a permit to carry it, then that's fine. They've been checked out.
They've received the proper training and education?
Yes.
Okay.
She used to have a permit to carry, and it had expired, and we've talked about going together in a class to get him a concealed handgun license. But I don't have one now.
Do you guys then use guns, say, for a sport, like hunting, things like that?
Shotguns for pheasant and quail, and rifle for deer and wild pigs.
Oh, okay. So you run the whole gamut?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Now, do you see anything wrong with, so you obviously believe in concealed carry, you have had one. What would you say to a lawmaker who would try to, pass more laws to change the Second Amendment, something like that?
I guess it would depend on what changes they were trying to make, but I would definitely want to keep my right to bear arms.
I would have no complaints about limiting automatic weapons or semi-automatic that can be converted to automatic weapons. I don't think those should be in the hands of civilians.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you very much. You guys have a great night.
Thank you.
Question we're asking, what is your opinion on the Second Amendment, the right to keep and bear arms?
The Second Amendment, I like the Second Amendment, but the Second Amendment is like the other amendments, things that have to be balanced, and I don't think people need to run around town with Uzis.
Okay. In general, what do you feel about people who carry guns, say, for personal protection, things like that?
I feel sorry for them.
Why is that?
Well, because I guess I can't imagine it's very comfortable to think that you have to go out and carry a weapon or a gun in order to not be have bad things occur.
So in general, you're for the Second Amendment in principle, you just think there should be certain restrictions?
Right.
Okay.
Right.
With proper education and training, though, you think people can be trusted with firearms?
Well, again, obviously you're not going to give them to 10-year-olds. Obviously you're not going to give them to people that have are convicted of something, people who are mentally unstable, people who have warrants stopping them from visiting people that they've threatened or had violence against women.
Okay.
So if you can find a few other people, they should be able to do what they want.
All right. Thank you very much.